Think fast. Eugene was a nerd, but not just any nerd. He was the nerdiest nerd in the world. Every day, his mind was filled with math formulas and video game strategies. Even while eating breakfast, he would solve problems, and while taking a shower, he would think of new game plans. But Eugene had a big problem. He was terrified of everything outside his house. He was afraid of germs on public transport, falling on the road, and even dogs thinking they would attack him. So, Eugene created a perfect life plan to avoid the outside world. He worked from home, did all his shopping online, and only talked to friends through the computer. If anyone asked him to meet in person, he simply stopped replying. One day, though, the electricity went out. Suddenly, Eugene had no internet, no games, and no formulas to solve. All his strategies failed. He realized he couldn't avoid the outside world anymore. He had to go out to get food. With his heart racing, Eugene left his house. The supermarket wasn't far, and he told himself he would be fine. To calm his nerves, he started solving math problems in his head as he walked. But then a voice shouted, "Hey, nerd!" Eugene stopped in his tracks. A big man was standing in front of him. "Who, me?" Eugene asked nervously. "Of course you. I bet you're too busy thinking to even notice me," the man said, laughing. "I hate nerds like you, always solving equations and playing games." Eugene felt scared, but then he remembered something. He had strategies for everything. The man raised his fist and said, "You're about to learn a lesson, nerd," and swung at Eugene. But something amazing happened. Time seemed to slow down. Eugene's brain worked faster than ever. He could see the punch coming and easily dodged it. "What? How did you do that?" the man shouted. The man swung again, but Eugene dodged again, moving in the opposite direction this time. The more the man attacked, the more Eugene was able to avoid him, thanks to his quick thinking. "That's not fair," the man yelled. "Your brain is too full of math to be this quick." Eugene smirked and said, "Actually, it's because my brain is so full that I can think faster than you can move." Finally, Eugene jumped over the man and ran to the supermarket. He couldn't stop smiling, but in his excitement he ended up buying all the wrong things: chocolate instead of bananas, champagne instead of milk, and cake instead of chips. When he got home, he didn't care. He was so happy about dodging the punch that he treated himself to a strange meal of chocolate, champagne, and cake. The next morning, Eugene felt different. He was still a nerd, but now he wasn't afraid of the outside world. For the first time in his life, he felt confident. He went out again, and when an old lady smiled and said, "Good morning, young man," Eugene didn't think twice. He punched her. The old lady fell and her dog barked at him. Eugene dodged the dog's teeth and punched the dog too. "No more nice, Eugene," he said. "I'm the strongest nerd in the world." But then, something unexpected happened. Thwang! Eugene crashed into something. His head hurt, and when he opened his eyes, a man was standing over him. "Are you okay?" the man asked. Eugene groaned. "What happened?" "You walked straight into a lamppost," the man said, chuckling. Eugene looked up and saw the lamppost. He had been so focused on his thoughts that he didn't even see it. Then a voice called out, "Oi, you!" It was the same man Eugene had dodged earlier. "You punched that lady and her dog, but you didn't even say goodbye. I thought nerds were supposed to be polite," the man said angrily. Eugene was confused. "Who are you?" he asked, his head still spinning. The man swung his fist, but this time Eugene didn't dodge. The end